Hi guys, welcome back to Stuffs with Co-op. Thank you for joining me in another video. A quick update. In my last video I mentioned that I was going to do a cash exchange with my sinking funds and also provide you with a sinking funds update. So that was a little bit of a fail. Um, and the reason behind that was it was the first time that I was doing it. So I wasn't too sure how I was going to do my sinking funds because when I started to do it, what I realized was a lot of the amounts that I had saved for were bills. So they were expenses that I was saving for, and then at the end of the month I'd take them out. So out of all honesty, I did the recording, but I wasn't sure if I was going to load it or not, and I decided not to until I did the sinking funds update again for this month and be able to see where I stand with it. So I will give you an update on the figures though. So for the month of June, for our sinking funds, in terms of our savings, I was able to save from, we started the balance at zero because it was our first time, but for our savings, I was able to save altogether $605. And the amounts that were going out, aside from our big ticket items such as rent, credit card, and personal loan, all my other bills that I had saved for and I have taken out, came to $375. So our total cash deposit for the month of June was $1,455. So I'm really happy and proud with that progress because I could see that, we were progressing and we were saving, and we were also loading up the amounts for the items that we needed to pay for. But as I mentioned, because it was my first one, I didn't load it because I changed out the bills, which you'll notice in a minute once we go through our sinking funds. But I changed out the bills, and when I went to do the amount to take it out, I was like, hang on, I'm not sure if they were supposed to come out at that amount or like all of it was coming out and then I'd have nothing left. So I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit confused doing it the first time, but hopefully this month I'll have a bit more of an idea how to go about it, and I can explain it to you a bit better of what I did and how we did. But I'm still happy with that. We saved up $1,455 for all of our categories, most of which, as I mentioned, are bills, so they're mostly coming out. And then the areas where we're looking to save and roll over and accumulate over time, such as my savings and a few of other of my cash envelopes, they have received their money and they are growing. So I'm proud. Like there's little steps towards progress, and I'm proud that I'm moving forward. So I'm really happy with that. I am a little bit under the weather, or a hell of a lot under the weather, so I will keep this short just to save myself and save you the pain of hearing me sniffle, because at the moment it's a case of either you eat or you breathe, or you talk or you breathe. So I will try to do both. So we'll see what's left from our cash envelopes from the last week. So petrol, we've got nothing in petrol. Excuse my sniffling, guys. I really can't avoid that at the moment, and I am going to get tested as well, so bear with me. So in our spending envelope, we've only spent $10 from our $30. We've only spent 10, so that's awesome. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the 5s aside and the 10 as well, because I'll put it into our overflow. So that's exciting. Eating out has nothing in there, and overflow has the 20 that was left from last time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this 10 into overflow, and I do like to keep an overflow wallet in here just in the event that I might need to purchase something or grab something that is a bit outside of the amounts that I currently have in the envelopes. So I'd like to have something as a backup to my backup. And the 5s, even though what I've mentioned in the past is that if I receive 5s as change, I'm going to add it to my $5 tin. However, with this, because it's a rollover from the previous week, I am going to add these 5s into my $5 tin. But otherwise, I'll only put the change that I'll receive into that $5 tin, and if I've got $5 that I've allocated, then I'll hold on to it unless I can, unless that's spare from like the week before, then I'll add it in there. I'm happy with that. So let's get started, guys. Petrol is getting its $20 this week. How are you all going? I can't even talk. That's at the point that we're at, people. You know what? You know when you're sick and then you start to muster up a bit of energy and you start to get too excited, and then you use all of that energy in the one hit, and then you find yourself completely depleted tomorrow. Yeah, that's me. That's how I'm going to be tomorrow. But you know what? I'm here and I enjoy what this channel or what this video does, which is helps me budget, helps show you guys what I do along this budgeting journey. So I do enjoy that. So no regrets, not even a single letter. Spending is going to get 30. So we've got 10, 20, 25, and 30. But yes, back to my question. How are you guys all going? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're safe. I hope that wherever you are, you're having an amazing time with whatever situation you're in. So Eat Out is getting its 20. I do know that some of the other states in Australia have gone back into lockdown. So as I mentioned, I hope you're safe. I hope you're well, but I hope you're able to enjoy where you are as well. I know sometimes it's hard, or I can understand that sometimes it will be hard, but we're just going to make do with what we can. That's life, I guess. So over to our first sinking funds binder, which is Nezuko. And guys, I'm still waiting for the release date for Demon Slayer, when the next season is going to come out. But I think they're just going to, thank you, Rainy. I think they're just going to keep us hanging just to build some suspense. But you know what? It's working, I'll tell you that now. Rainy's got my back, or Rainy's got Nezuko's back. And I'm even wondering with this, I'm like, do I want to keep it in? Do I want to tuck it over? What do you guys think? I don't know what I want to do with that, but that's okay. We'll leave it as that. All right, so Mama is getting 15 this week. So that brings Mama's envelope to 30. So 10, 20, 25, 30. Lovely. I always like seeing Mama's envelope grow because, as I've mentioned to you, at the end of the month, I would like to send that over to my mum and have a small portion of it kept aside for my partner's mum. So personal care this week is getting a 10. So 10, 20, 30 for personal care. Personal care for me is things like if I want to go get my eyebrows waxed. I think that's about it. Excuse me. If I want to get my eyebrows waxed. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. Not much really happens there. Bubby, my dog, is getting $10 this week. So this will be for his food and dry food and wet food and things. Incentives, so my savings account. So as I've mentioned as well, my previous video that was supposed to be uploaded, I did change out the bills. So incentive this week is getting a 20. Oh, look at you. So we've got 50, 70, 90. Look at you. And I'll update my trackers after the video. And that way it gives me a chance to go through and just double check the figures as well, double check the amounts that I've allocated per envelope, just in case I've missed something. Rainy day this week is getting a 40. Oh, you scandal. I know, right? All right, so we currently have in rainy day 100, 50, 170, 190, 210, 215. I promise you one day I'm going to get used to counting like that, where I'm adding more to it and I can count on those odd numbers, because at the moment, as you can tell, I kind of slow down once we get to like 70, 90, and then I'm like, what else? What was next? Our dollar challenge. So our dollar challenge, which is the 3K challenge that I'm saving towards, is getting its 70. So 50 and a 20. So we have 1, 2, 250, 270, 280. And it's crazy as well, because you think all these amounts that you're adding over time, they're small amounts and you don't see that instant gratification that it's a big deposit in there. And I think sometimes we miss that. We completely forget that little steps consistently over time does make a huge difference, and it all adds up. But yeah, I guess we just live in a time where we kind of want it now, then and there, so we forget about these steps and this progress. So deposit is getting a 50, so we've got 50, 100, 200. Excuse me, guys, I have to You'll have to hear that here and there, but you know, we'll get through it. Charity, oh, exciting, guys. Charity is getting a 20 this week. And can I please just do a quick shout out to Kate Jane? In my last video, I mentioned that we were going to be using the money in charity to help my brother and those that are dealing with it tough right now in Vietnam. As a result of the pandemic, a flood and an earthquake, or one or the other. I do apologize. I should really check on that to confirm which one it is. That had happened last year. And the effects of it is still affecting a lot of the locals. So charity is getting 30. And I mentioned that at the end of the month, I will be collecting money into this envelope and just sending it over to my brother. Again, shout out to Kate Jane, because she reached out to me and she wanted to know how she can be of support for my brother and the people that we have over there that's helping him. So I've got my brother, and he's got his sister-in-law, and the Buddhist community that they've got over there. They're just a local organization, non-for-profit. They're just doing a little setup in one of their shops, I think, or just at a shop front. And there's a sign at the front that says, you know, those who are in need of supplies, they can come to the store and they can request it, and it will just be given, no questions asked. So it's just whatever little that I can do, that what we can do to help those that need that extra support over there. So shout out to Kat Jane. If you are watching this right now, thank you so much. Beautiful people like you are just so hard to come by, and I just really hope that you're doing amazing and well. And just again, thank you for reaching out to want to be of support. I really appreciate it, and we'll be in touch as that pocket or that stuffing fills, and at the end of the month, and we'll see what we can do. Investments this week is getting its $10. And with investments as well, I've mentioned to you guys in the past, investments is not just about what I'm using the money to invest in terms of like an asset. Like I am using this pouch with the money in here to invest in crypto online. However, investment is yourself as well. You are your biggest asset in life. So I'm going to be starting a course, and I'm going to be paying into the course slowly with what I can. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be adding into this or just keeping it as a side payment. I'm yet to decide what I want to do with that, but I think I'll let you know in my next video once I've made a decision. So with health is getting 15. So we've got 20, 30, 45. Excuse me. Gifts this week, we are getting a 45. And don't forget to look after yourself, guys. I know there's a lot going on in the world and in your day, and sometimes we feel bad to just stop and take care of ourselves, but you know, if we don't stop to look after ourselves, we can't be there for those that need us. So please, if you need a break, please let this be your reminder that, you know, you look after yourself as well, because then you can continue to look after others. Okay, so we've got 45 added in for gifts. So gifts now sits at 50, 70, 90, 100, 110, 115, 120. I used to think that was selfish to take time to look after myself when I was younger or a few years ago, because I'm like, you know, there's people out there that need help and need support and stuff like that. I can't just let them sit and wait on me. And then I realized you burn yourself out, and then you won't have any energy or space to be there for others. So please make sure you're taking care of yourselves as well. Holly Yay is getting some money. Look at you. 35. So we're putting 35 in Holly Yay today. How exciting. I love that. So we've got 20, 40, 55. You dirty dingo. I know, right? Yes, I do answer my own questions as well. Sometimes it's the best conversations you'll ever have with yourself. All right, that's Holly Yay. Now Christmas this week is getting 25. I'm really excited because this is the first week that I've actually had a chance to stuff everything. I think the first stuffing that we did, I got to stuff everyone, and then after that, with the payment of the car, I haven't had a chance. I've had to hold off a bit. So we had 20, 40, 45, 50. So it's just nice to see that I can add something into everyone's envelope today. Yay! How exciting! Alright guys, so that is Nezuko done. Let's pause for a break to breathe. And welcome back. Alright, now we're jumping into Nico Robin, as Nezuko is now done. So let's get into this bad boy. Thank you, Rainy. I don't want to flip it over and tuck it behind, but at the same time, I don't want to kind of leave it hanging like that. I'll just leave it hanging. One of those pet peeves is like, do I leave it? Do I tuck it? I don't know. What would you guys do? Would you leave it? Or would you like tuck it over and keep it like that? I don't know. What would you guys do? Alright guys, so rent is getting its usual 120. Optus is getting a usual 20. So Optus has 20, 40, 60. I like to keep all the windows facing that same way. And I have seen a few of your comments as well that mentions the Australian currency. I might just quickly show you these. So this is our currency. These are just the notes. So we do have smaller denominations such as 2, 1, 50 cents, 20 cents, 10 cents, and 5 cents. So 2s and 1s that I've mentioned in the past, they're gold coins, and the silvers are 50 down to 5 cents. And these ones, they've got that clear center. So that's only come out recently. I say recently, but it's probably been a few years now. So I think about 2016, they started issuing the banknotes with the clear midsection, and they're looking to do a rollout so all denominations will have that clear middle. Gas is getting 25. But yeah, I've seen a few people mention that, so I just thought I'd give you a quick view of our cash. Like some of these ones, these were the original ones. So if you do see some of these floating around in our cash stuffing, or anyone else's that's an Australian currency in their cash stuffing, that's the original. That's what all our currencies look like. But now they're doing the transition to have the middle. They're just yet to get all the blocked ones out of the system. So gas, we've got 20, 35. So we're adding in 25 today. Okay, credit card is getting a 50. So I mentioned earlier, we've deposited all the amounts that we did bill swap outs as well. So Nico Robin will be looking a bit there because all the amounts that I had in here, most of them have gone into the bank. Can't talk. $100 into our personal loan. And that's why I was a little bit confused too, because I thought a lot of my sinking funds are more like adding up to save towards bills. So I wasn't too sure how I was going to go about that when I did a sinking funds update. Because I thought, yeah, it'd be pretty straightforward. Like I'll add it all up and then, you know, whatever I got left, I just take away what I'm taking out. And I'm like, dude, you're taking a lot out. And I'm like, oh yeah, help. So car maintenance, now we've done up a little folder for that, so I'm really excited to have now the other envelopes that we have all done up, so they all look the same. Car maintenance is getting 40, so 20, 30, 40. What I noticed though is the envelopes that came later, more recently, because these ones are the new ones that we bought, they're a bit smaller, so I'm a little bit like, dang, should have checked the sizing, but that's okay. It's here, we have it. I'm grateful. WWF is getting its 5. I'm just excited to have them, really. Barina Rego is getting 25. And Barina Rego already has in here 25. Beautiful. So we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 40, 45, 50. And lastly, Brain Insurance, getting a 5. So I've swapped out the insurance for the Barina because we don't use it regularly. And it just sort of, the car's just sitting there at the moment and I just keep her maintained and up to date with bills and things. That's the car that I've sold to my brother, who's currently overseas at the moment. So we're just keeping the car up to date, up and running, and making sure that everything is paid so that when he can come back, the car will be ready for him. So I still keep him, I still keep the car insured, but now it's just for a lesser amount from what I've been paying previously. All right, guys, so that budget is complete for the week. First budget or first pay for the week of July now. Oh my goodness, July. Yep. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope I'll see you again next time. Hopefully we'll be able to upgrade our Lego tray. Keep an eye out for that. I'm excited for when I upgrade this because it's going to be a bad boy. And I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Take care of yourselves. Leave me a comment down below with your flaps. My question was, with your binders, with your flaps, my goodness, with your binders, the closer part for your binder, would you tuck it in behind all your envelopes, or would you tuck it out? Because I don't want to tuck it out. I feel like it's going against the natural grain of it, but when it sort of sits over the envelopes, I kind of feel like it's a little bit annoying. I don't know. I'm yet to find what I want to do with that yet. What would you guys do? Pop it in the comments below. Love to see you with our next video. Stay tuned and feel free to like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Make sure that bell is clicked as well to get the notifications of when our next upload is. Meantime, take care, guys. Bye.